whole vibe. The game's fun. We don't have a bitch in your ear telling you how bad it is all the time. So same thing with Rivals 2. That's how I feel like. I'm like, this game's great when you don't have someone complaining about it 24/7.
That I feel like that's a pretty solid ethos in a lot of competitive experiences right now. Some of it valid, some of it not. But my argument is for always in the case of Rivals of Ether 2 is that the game itself feels great to play. The metagame's a little bit scuffed right now from a general like character power level standpoint across the board, but that can be fine-tuned and player skill can always improve. That's why we're here. But as long as the game, they did the hard part, and the game itself is fun to play and fun to feel and like move around in, and that's where we can start off.
Oh yeah, that's the best part about it. Honest critique and honest. No, I was gonna say honest gameplay, but there's a lot of characters in this game that do not do that. Yeah, that's me being a little too delusional there. But speaking of that, we have two of these characters. One character who actually won, the most recent, qualifier, in order to, what was it? The winner of it gets a spot in the.
You mean what happened on Wednesday?
You get a free trip to Evo, right?
Yeah, Marlon won that with solo Wrastor. So, you know what? There is 0 characters that are not capable of doing it, and that is a good way to show off how. Maypul, whenever you force Maypul to lose that jump, especially after the recent updates with the walking changes and the amount of height you can gain on up air, if you force Maypul to use her jump, then boom, you can find a massive, massive edge guards. Typically, players like to go on stage, but that's excellent development from Merp there. Doubly so when it comes to that punish. Finding a huge parry might have been better off with a grab punish there, but hey, damage is damage. Ooh, nice DI.
Yeah, real good. Avoided out. And one of the more dishonest moves coming out, the forward tilt. That's something that people have been talking about quite a lot. Crouch cancel forward tilt, just kind of get away from me. But Wrastor doing a fantastic job staying alive. And I talked about the edge guard sequence. I loved using just the down air strong. It's just like there's nothing you can really do even if you tether. It just kind of basically auto hit. So real good situation, for the Wrastor to kind of be and still alive. The lightest character in the game, and they made him lighter a couple patches ago. So finally, will explode.
Yeah, it's good on Merp for kind of just playing into the evasiveness. Like you have Slipstream in order to accentuate your neutral, but Wrastor's always got those mega ton of jumps and that ability to control the air. And if there's anything that Maypul can struggle with sometimes, it's finding key air-to-airs that are anything above short hop height. And that's what Meow Mode is really trying to focus on, looking for those up tilts, follow-ups. But when you get tossed off stage like that, if you're being forced to try and chase after Wrastor in these double jump heights, then Merp is certainly trying to take advantage of any time Meow Mode goes off the ground.
Yeah, and that's kind of the similar mirrored sequence in stock number 1 from Merp. Was just able to just use the down strong in the air when you know that the tether's going to come out. Basically auto targets for you. So, no need to aim on that aspect. But these platforms doesn't get quite the follow-up you would want. It was a good read on the special getup. Ridiculously good move, but great stuff on the follow-up. Forced to cut it off, and the recovery a little too high, so we'll get hit up for quite a bit of that damage. Meow doing a fantastic job so far trying to get this down, but once again, after the tether, can't find the follow-up, but these up airs are landing Google.
Yeah, if there's anything that Meow is kind of falling victim to, I think it's been so far.
Oh!
Ooh, that was super, super nice. Before that sequence, it would have been a couple of times where they would they're using their tether a little bit too early when it comes to these sequences. You want to really save tether for either wrap confirms or things like forward tilt nair or stuff that you know is going to guarantee stocks. That is so unfortunate missing the dash under the up strong there. Had the opportunity, and hey, you were saying it earlier, Wolf, a 92% is not safe. Missing the backwards dash, no! The opportunity.
And the jump got called out, but barely missing. Great wall cling, but the ice up tilt. Oh, the axe kick sends that one down. But I think there's one good thing that we kind of see right there. Great stuff by Meow Mode, but with momentum, that character gets disgustingly hard to stop.
Yes, for sure. Maypul can really get snowballing super quick, especially if she's able to dwindle down resources and cut things off. And everything in between. They just have ways to make sure that tech chases are so massively in their favor, whether they're on platforms or even on massive stages like Fire Capital. Maypul's ground speed is nothing to shake a stick at. Oh, okay, very nice pickup off the down air twice over.
Oh,
hey, okay, Merp.
Yeah, long combo sequences like that is something I'm gonna expect from both of these characters. Oh,
damn. That's just a DI call out at that point. Excellent look at the percent ranges in order to find something big like that. And you know what? Confirms into Scrawl are always going to be a huge win condition.
Yeah. Dash attack into up B, the R2AS. My favorite one. Coined by me personally. Don't know why no other commentators are not following up on it. You know? Kind of a professional here. But, oh damn. R2AS. Right, Ubel?
It already had a name. Like, we already had one. It was just Scrawl confirmed. So like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Plus he's a pigeon.
Pigeon.
No, he's a pigeon, he's no hawk.
Oh, great stuff by Meow. But the kind of thing is that you're able to recover. But, oh, I forgot to talk about that. Using the get up attack as an edge guard tool, that's something that's really unique to Rivals.
Yeah, it's a classic pull from some of the fighting games. This takes the platform fighters. This takes a lot of inspiration from, namely PM and Melee are the two that are have much more uniqueness to every character's get-up attack. So you see this with Orcane as well, using it to great effect with that double hitting get-up attack. And Maypul, same effect, but it's just giant. Whoa, okay. Nice use of the special get-up there, trying to keep Merp from doing all of those like delayed short hop up airs underneath the platforms. But oh no jump.
Great dodge, but it's inevitable.
An excellent, effectively just pure option coverage on all sides there. Because even if you miss the down air because of the stalls that Meow was going to be doing, you're already too low because that aerial down strong sends you right into the bottom blast zone. And we're running straight back to Fire Capital though here, Wolf. Like trying to get any amount of momentum back on your favor. Not the stage, it's the player type shenanigans. And hey, on survival game, you have to have all the confidence in the world, because most of the time when it comes to becoming better in a game like Rivals of Aether, where every character is so strong and there's so many viable play styles, it's more so like confidence in your own execution that can carry you from one level of play to another.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Like being able to kind of say like, hey, I know this combo sequence is gonna land, I just need to perform it right. Because if you think about it too hard, then all of a sudden you're gonna fuck it up. There's just no other way of putting it. But speaking of that one, Meow doing a fantastic job so far with this nice little like combo sequence leads to a small lead. Because I like the kind of the run back on this stage. It felt like that, yeah, you just kind of got 0 to death on a sequence with bad DI and got caught off guard. But great stuff using the up special uppercut short Yukin, covering out on like it's like gate number 1 where you fall out of the up air and it goes for the surprise up special, catching Merp off guard and Maypul with momentum.
An excellent contingency to the typical 50-50. Oh, okay, yeah, we're scrawling right out of shield. Luckily, Fire Capital is massive, but not enough to take that down there. Perfectly placed. Seeing Meow go always ride up the wall in order to get to the stage, as Maypul typically does, utilizing that wall cling and everything in between to maximize the recovery. These platforms are doing no favors to Merp. Low percent combo game is on the board here, and certainly very devastating. Just needs those confirms, and slightly missing another Scrawl confirm that what could have been kill percentage.
Yeah. A missed opportunity can lead to disaster in Rivals 2. That's like the #1 thing that I've realized. Just a reversal of sequences, reversal of combos, reverse of fates. But here we go. Still real good stuff. The axe kick once again and missing the recovery timing. Unfortunate. Merp steals away his stock.
That's so unfortunate. Missing the jump input, it seemed like, and only going for the up air afterwards. That is brutal. Still plenty of opportunities. You can't always rely on forward air when it comes to matchups like these, but you can certainly use it to play around any of the CC and floor hug percentages. Not another down special. Gotta be careful with those kicks.
It's a fun button. I get it. You gotta be a little careful on there.
Always.
It's kind of like how Maple players love doing special getup because it looks cool, like the little vine pool. But damn,
Yeah,
that is not plus. It's not
No.
plus.
Not at all. Yeah, it does. Oh, the pickup one more. Yes, that is going to do it. Able to just get in range of with that forward strong, and as even a game as there has been here, Wolf, as we're seeing the tech chase, looking for the down strong on the tech in, but an excellent parry on the slipstream. That's going to take it out for the longest amount of time if you find a parry on the slipstream.
Really important tool. I think pairing is like one of the harder aspects to implement when you're trying to get learning the Rivals 2. Because you either use it a bunch too much or you don't at all when you're getting used to the game. But once you start like having it as like a second degree, muscle memory, saying like, hey, this projectile's coming, I gotta parry that one. It's especially important against Wrastor. Like, cause they'll throw it out there all willy-nilly, thinking that they can kind of get away with it. Well, you gotta be able to kind of punish out in there. But there comes the throw, there comes the down strong, and once again, it's going to be Merp.
That's like ways to take out a character in their key weakness is everything for so many characters in so many just like game plans in